stream finally after over a month. I'm going to do one here tonight on I'm going to install Uber on my phone, the rideshare app, and I don't know, a couple of reasons why I wanted to do a video of it, but let me get over here on my desktop. And the main reason, really, I think, is this right here. Okay, I'm going to go to not photos. I'm going to go to Google Play, and this is how I like to install stuff, because it's big enough I can read it. My phone is only 4-inch screens, and I don't see good enough to read that well at all. So a lot of times I have to sit here with this magnifying glass trying to read stuff. And so there's a way around that, though. That's to use TeamViewer. There's another one called My Phone Explorer, but it lags too much. At first it worked pretty good, but TeamViewer lags, but not terrible. So this is the phone desktop, or the phone top, already up and going in TeamViewer. So I'm going to show it from there because I can't just install it. Let's go to apps. I already tried to install it on the phone, and I didn't check first and see how much space I had left. My apps. And it's something, I don't know if you use this My Apps thing. I have 3 of these identical phones. I got them for, I always say it, I love every time, $15 each at Wally World. Alcatel 8 45Ls. I don't think they have them anymore, but they're always putting stuff on sale. But so you have to see, it takes a while for it to populate the whole thing here for me, and then you got to hit show more, because it's Uber, and let's see, there it is right there. It says it's installed because I already tried to install it, but I didn't have enough space, so it failed. Well, it doesn't realize that. It just thinks you've installed it. Now, since you got 3 phones, you can still click on install, and it's going to log me in. And it still says install, but if you click on install anyway, it'll bring up and it shows another one of the phones. And then there's the one I want to put it on. It's really not on the phone. It failed. This one I could put it on, or this one, but actually I don't want it on that one. I don't want to use that one. This one here, it doesn't. I can't get any more space back on it. The only problem, that's why these phones are so cheap, really, I think. So I'm going to hit cancel. Let's see, make sure I'm in the desktop. I am on the camera. Oh, you're smart. Okay. Rewind or do over. Okay, I'm on Google. See if I can go back. Sorry. Oh, I hate that. Okay. It doesn't work. I tried it earlier. I was doing one of my tests and it didn't work. Let's see. Go to My Apps. Cancel. Okay, now I'm on My Apps, and I have to keep paging down and waiting for it to fill up the whole thing. It doesn't do it right away, and it always confuses me because I think, well, I guess that's all there is, and then I start looking for stuff and I don't see it. I'm going to have to reload it or something. It's sticking. I like to use it because I can read everything, and I can read all the information and everything about the apps much better on the computer than I can on the phone themselves. Of course, now it doesn't work. So the page won't finish loading for me for some reason. It did it a while ago just fine. I'm going to hit reload again. It's set there at 80%, so I think it really is still trying to load, which is weird. I got 60 megabit connection, internet connection. I am doing a video, but that's plenty for doing this. I'm going to hit reload one more time because I want to show this, what happens here. This is part of what I want to show. Once it finishes loading, there'll be a load more. And see, Uber would be the one right there is where it would be if it was finished loading. So I already know that because I've been looking at it this evening. So it is not being nice to me at all. Okay, click on. It won't quit doing that. My Apps again. Okay, yeah, and that looks like it's trying to load right. Okay, say show more. Go on down there. Now that's part of the problem right there. Okay, there it is. I see it. Uber. Okay, I tried to install Lyft too. I was just going to install them both and see what they were like. Actually, I'm glad it didn't work because I really don't like what I see in the reviews. They both have a lot of problems that I don't like. If you go looking through reviews, I won't go into all of that. But Uber seems to be the lesser of the two evils here. But I need a ride really bad, and the taxi. Heck, I called the local taxi and didn't even pick up the phone. I emailed them yesterday. They never answered me. They have on their website this yellow cab and checker cab here in my area. They didn't email me back, and they didn't pick up their phone. I just got a voicemail that I couldn't even understand the message on. So I said, well, yeah, and that's not going to work for me if I'm off somewhere. I got to get a ride somewhere and then call them up and get a ride back. Well, and with Uber, we'll see how this works. But with them, biggest concern I have is being not getting picked up for over an hour. That's what I'm worried about, number one. And that, and perhaps getting charged for Lyft. I kept seeing where people were getting charged when the driver canceled the ride. So Uber, I didn't see that so much, but I'm lately I've looked at them on and off a couple of times. But I'm going to get rid of my extra toolbar up there. It bugs me. I don't normally have that up. I only have it up right now so I can get back to my YouTube live page easy. So anyway, let's say it says installed, but it's not actually installed because, like I said a while ago, my phone was full on it, too full for this. It must be a big app. I didn't see anywhere where it told you. Now, you look through all these permissions. They're unbelievable, the kind of things they want to get into. I'll never show that. Identity, contacts. They don't need your contacts. And I wasn't going to do it until I got desperate for a way to get somewhere, to my doctor's appointment. Your location, well, that helps them find you. That's useful. SMS, well, I don't even use that, but I don't want them looking at my SMS data. Your phone, I don't even have service on this. Now, that'll bring me to the first thing that may kill this whole idea. I don't have phone service on here. And my doctor was going to let me use their Wi-Fi to even make this work. I don't have data or phone number, but I do have a Google phone number and a home phone. And I read through on Lyft, they were having trouble. They couldn't use the phone number that belonged to the phone they were going to use. It kept saying it wouldn't work. So I thought, well, I'll just start out trying to use my, one of my other phone numbers and see if it works. If it doesn't, I can't do it. So we'll see. Photos, media files. No business having that. Camera. Your camera? Why the heck would Uber, and I think it's pretty much the same on both of them, but we're looking at Uber. Why would they need your camera? Wi-Fi connection information? They don't really need to know anything about that either. Device ID and call information? They really don't even need to know that. I could understand, as far as I understand, you cannot call them to get a ride. You have to do it by clicking in the app. So they don't need to know anything except for, finding where you are. That's good. That makes it work better. And somehow knowing who you are, I guess, there's been lots of publicity about drivers attacking people and really bad things. And then, of course, there could be people attacking drivers. So, both sides need some sort of security, but this is crazy intrusive. So I wasn't going to do it until I realized I couldn't find any other way. I tried renting a car, but I lived too far out from town to get anybody to deliver me one. So anyway, here's where I'm at with the install. I am going to go ahead and try to do it, but since it failed, now Google Play thinks it's installed. So that's the phone I want it on. I don't want it on that one, and this one is actually too full, and I can't get any more space back on it. I was able to get some space back on that one. Whoops. Didn't mean to click on that. This one, it's got a smaller SD card in it, and well, it doesn't want to turn on. It bugs me. The on button is acting up on it, so I don't want that one. So they're all identical Alcatel 845L phones as far as the function of them. So I'm going to hit cancel. And the only way I've figured out, there's two ways you can install when this happens to you. This will happen on any app that fails, or I believe even if you've uninstalled it, it will still show as installed. And I know, I'm not sure you can't, that's right. I'll go back to my apps. Let's see. I don't know if I can find one right quick or not, but you can, by the way, let's see, my apps, all apps, or which phone you're on. Okay. That's phone 1. You can either all apps on all phones or each phone. Now, it shows a list, shorter list, and there's actually, I believe, more apps on here than this, too. But you can, trying to see if there was one showing up that's not on there. This could have been, I just now thinking of this, maybe that's how I thought, when I was looking at all, at first I didn't realize it did that. You could, you could do all or each separate phone. I don't see anything in here that's not on there. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, what I was going to say is, and maybe this is how I fooled myself. If you're on all apps, then you'll see apps that are not on the phone you're using, and maybe it's because they are on another phone. So maybe that was my problem there. So let's go back to this phone. Now, it doesn't show to have Uber in this list. It sure doesn't. But it still won't let, it does when you go to the app page, and it won't let you install it. So either way, you're hosed up when you have that problem going on. So I'm going to close my web browser to minimize usage on my machine. RAM, where it can work. Okay, now I'm going to get on my phone, and I'll just leave it in the desktop mode so you can see what's going on my phone. Now, what I think I'll do, let's see. Yeah, I'll try it, and if I have trouble, I'm going to try using the talk to the phone mode. And, oh yeah, okay, now I remember how I did it last time. It actually started working. I guess I don't know if it just works better for everybody or this phone. I don't talk on the phone, but I do a lot of video recording on it. So the Google Voice app is working pretty well now. Let's try it out. Now it's not responding on the phone or the, it didn't. It just clicked it like I was trying to, like I was trying to, edit. It didn't, that doesn't want to go back to the home page. Try it one more time. There. Open Google Play. And it understood me. Okay. Yeah. Because if you just say install Uber, then it'll open it up in Chrome. Now, there's a microphone up there, so Uber. There it is. Well, it hadn't come up yet, but it's there for me. Okay, so see, it's big enough I can read it good, and you can either use your mouse or you can use your, like I hold my phone in my hand and kind of use my thumb like people do. Half the time I drop it when I try to do that. Or I can lay it on my where I'm sitting here, I can lay it on my keyboard tray and do it. But then I can't read it. It's when I lay the phone flat, I can't read it good, so I usually have to hold it up. But as long as this responds, you got to pay attention because with this, this is TeamViewer, and it's the fastest one I've been able to try as far as responsing on your desktop. Just make sure that it's actually what you're looking at on your desktop is what is on the phone before you try to proceed. So I went through all of the stuff I don't like about it, but I'm going to do it anyway and see if it'll work. So I'm going to hit install, see if it'll go ahead. I know I've done this before with other apps, so now you got to see there's a whole list. And that's actually where I noticed how long that list was because it came right up in my face and I started reading it. Because I was thinking about doing this, and then I decided not to. So I'm going to hit accept and go ahead and try to install it. And I had already cleared space on it. Hopefully it's enough. I don't know exactly how big the Uber app is, but I think I cleared up. I took out an app that was like 125 megabytes, so that's probably enough. Let's see what it's doing on the phone here. It's still showing install. There's one other way you can install apps when you get in this situation. That's download the APK. That's the file extension of Android app installation files, and then install it from within and I'll put it on the phone and then install it from there. But it seems to have not done anything. Let me look before I go any further with this. Let me look and make sure that my stream is still good and everything. That I'm live and nationwide. Live dashboard. It just went right back to looks like I'm okay. And okay. So let's get back on my phone top. I don't know what happened. I'm going to click it with my thumb this time just to accept. Okay. Okay, now I'll do it with my thumb. It's just going right back to the install screen. If I page down, then you just see the other similar apps. Like there's Lyft. I wonder if it'll tell me. Yeah, let's go on to more info. Like I said, I'd probably be better off trying to do this on the web browser. But I did look, and I could not find anything to tell me how big the install, what it requires. It just says fast and reliable. Read more. It tells you how wonderful it is. I'm using my thumb to page up right now. Sometimes it's a little smoother. I can stop where I want to better. Yeah, there's nothing there that I see. Some apps I think tell you, there's the version information and all that. Okay, download size 33.42 megabytes right there. I got that much space, and so even if it doubled in size when it unpacked, it should still work. The other phone, I mean, I could go ahead and, well, that phone's running, but, and the one I'm using for a camera, the phone 2 is the one I'm using for a camera. Yeah, connecting to it. Of course, I'm not actually using the camera right this minute, so I could do that. But it's so much easier to do when you're doing remote desktop. You really need to be able to hold the phone and use the. It's really hard not to be able to do that because it doesn't respond always like you want it to. Okay, but why isn't it installing? Just clicks. Identity. Use more, one or more of accounts on the device. Profile data. Contacts. Use contact information. Location. So far, location is the only one that they have any business using. SMS. Uses one or more. SMS charges may apply. Why do they need to use SMS? I guess they want to text you. But if it's going to cost you money, that's BS. Text you what's going on. But I don't use text on the phone. I couldn't do it. I can't type on a phone. I wouldn't want to use it. Use one or more part of a phone call log. Charges may apply. Okay, they're going to look at your phone call logs, and you may get charged for them doing that? Okay, you got to be desperate to use this app. Photos, media files, uses one or more of the files on the device, such as images, videos, or audio. The device and audio. The device's external storage. What the heck are they doing getting into your SD card? Camera. Use the device's camera. This is a spy app. Wi-Fi connection. Allows the app to view information about Wi-Fi networks, such as whether Wi-Fi is enabled and names of connected Wi-Fi devices. Don't need to know none of that. Device ID and call information. So, okay, allows the device to, the app to determine the phone number and device IDs, whether a call is active and the remote number connected by a call. Read that again. I didn't catch it. Let me read it to myself. What? Allows the app to determine the phone number and device IDs, whether the call is active and the remote number connected by a call. Not only whether or not you're on a call, but your number and the person you're talking to. I've never seen. I've seen some apps I didn't like, but I've never seen an app that was this much of a spying app, and that is why. It's got nothing to do with you getting a ride from these people. Alright, this doesn't want to install. So let's do that search. Look at Lyft. Lyft. Started spelling it out. I'll probably have to do it again. No, there it is. There's a Lyft. Okay, now here's the Lyft app. Now let's see what it has. Let's see what it says in there first. Read more. Okay. Tells you how wonderful it is. The reason I decided against Lyft, at first I thought I'd try them, but first because they were a little bit cheaper. They seem to have enough, I mean, you can't really tell, I guess, till you try it, but it seemed like you'd have enough drivers in my area. But then when I saw all these people with their reviews saying they were getting charged for rides that the drivers cancel and the drivers being late all the time. This one's only 16 megabytes, 16.58 megabytes. Okay, so I can close that part. Go back to. Works really different on the phone than it does on the website. Now what? Did I get it completely out of it? No. There we go. Okay, now if I click install, let's see what all it's going to do. I think it's the same. Use one or more of accounts on the device profile data. Calendar. Oh, it adds calendar information. Why the heck does it need it? It doesn't need your personal calendar. I don't actually use that on the phone, but if I did, I wouldn't want them knowing what's on there. Use contact information, location. That's the only useful thing that makes sense. SMS, using one or more of SMS MM's charges may apply. Now, you know, texting, I get that, but you know, charges may apply, I guess, is a disclaimer because everybody has different text rates and all that. Phone, but I still don't like it. Uses one or more of the phone call logs. Do not need to be in your phone call logs, especially when it may get you charged for it. Photos and media file. They do not need to be in your photos and media file, period, ever. This turned into a rant on these two services. I can't help it. This is just bad. One or more of the files on the device, such as images, videos, audio device. That is ridiculously intrusive. These are spy apps. Use the device's cameras. What for? To spy on you. Bluetooth connection information. What the heck for Bluetooth? Nothing allows the app to control Bluetooth, including broadcasting or getting information about nearby Bluetooth devices. What? Control your Bluetooth? You can transfer files. You can get audio off the mic through Bluetooth. So many bad things they could do with that. They could be copying your files off your phone with that. Alright, now then, device ID call information. Allows the app to determine the phone number, device IDs, whether the call is active, and the remote number connected. I don't even want to click on accept this time. I am curious now just to see if it would work. And of course I can just completely uninstall it right quick, but I'm going to see if it will work. I would never do this if okay, it's working. On my phone it's saying downloading. Okay, 36%, and it's not refreshing, and that's not unusual with it'll just happen sometimes. I can't click anything else because it will there we go, finally showed up. It'll mess up what's going on here. 16.58 megabytes, so it's downloaded. Now we'll see if it, I can't believe I'm even doing this. And the other one of the biggest complaints about it is that, okay, it's successfully installed. Okay, Lyft shortcut created. Let's see. Okay, let's go down. Go down to the reviews, and this is, of course, what's going on right now. This is that wasn't the reviews, was it? Okay, get out of that. Of course, you can't even see what I'm doing right now. It's getting behind. What are the reviews in here? Before I get off this page and try to open up the app, I wanted to see what the reviews look like. Oh, they look different on here. That's why I couldn't figure it out. Oh, they're only showing good reviews here on the phone. Okay. Let me go to my web browser. Let's see. Get out of that Google Play. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and just do that and get back completely out of it. Okay, now let's go to my web browser. I want to show the reviews before I open up the app and mess with it, because I'm going to review them for myself. Uber wouldn't install. Okay, problem number one there. Let's go ahead and check my live stream first. Yeah, if I didn't need to go somewhere as bad as I do tomorrow, actually, it's got down to that. I've been trying to, I had lots, everybody has lots of things going on, but I had lots of things going on, forms I had to fill out and mail in, and I kept trying to do this on the sidelines there, and I'll get something figured out. And, okay, now we're going, okay. And so tomorrow is my day, and so now I'm either going to have to find a way to get there or cancel the appointment. And I don't want to cancel it because may not get another one in time. Okay, so apps. Actually, I can go to my apps now, I guess. Well, let's go to phone one. There we go. Now I should see Lyft on there now, unless it takes a while. No, there it is. Okay, now we can go to Lyft. Now let's go to the reviews. If you click on that, then okay, that one just didn't like the way they talk about updates. Register with their won't work with the UK phone number. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Can't, it says can register, but I think they mean can't. It says can see available drivers, but where is my discount? Something about they're supposed to get a discount. App crashed his phone, couldn't register, didn't receive confirmation SMS. App crashing. This is, it changes. I noticed that it changes every day. So some people say it's great. It has 4.2, but boy, the bad ones are really bad. Okay, I don't know. I won't go through that one. There's something about it. When they start talking about everything else but the app, you want to keep on trying to figure it out. It says the support's terrible. And you can't see, this stupid page doesn't work right. You can't see all the words in there. Hidden fees. You get charged, quoted $15.59, but it ended up being $21. There's a service fee. Favorite rideshare app. Phone number I use daily. This is one of those I saw the other day. Says it's not valid. Tried 2 others, not valid. Fail. And then they'll answer them, but they'll tell them go to our Facebook page and blah blah blah. Won't they just deal with? I mean, they went to the trouble to write this in here at the place where they downloaded the app. That's where the support should be, not off on some. I mean, I'm not going to do Facebook for support. I don't even have a Twitter account. That's what they say in every one of them. I don't want a Twitter account. And I'm dang sure not doing business on Facebook. Facebook is another spy company that I don't only get on there to talk to old friends that I, actually used to know in person once in a while. Okay. Won't accept their UK phone number, and I saw that on all kinds of phone numbers. Okay. Want to know how do you links on app that you use to file a complaint don't work. but all links now this is really weird, but all links that illegally take people's money to do work, Lyft, then it makes you pay for fraudulent charge. Now, I don't know what they're talking about, but they said, sorry that happened, blah, blah, blah. Wildly inaccurate times, and this is one of the ones, driver cancellations prices that are often more than cabs. Now that freaked me out. I was like, well, heck, I'll just use a cab. But then I couldn't even get the cab people to give me, respond to me here in my area. So this stuff is crazy. Someone says they're getting tired of it. Highest prices. Drivers with zero understanding. Tried to sign up, but it didn't accept the phone number. Tried without the leading zero. That's probably different. Might even be a different country than America. They're pretty liberal because it sounds like they had some real trouble. But anyway, horrible. Doesn't give drivers any more riders. Shut your account down without any notice. That's a driver, evidently. And you could go on and on. But you don't normally see, when you see bad ones, they're not usually this bad when you look in reviews on apps and stuff, or Amazon reviews or whatever. This is just some of the worst. I saw so many that the other day that were talking about getting overcharged. And saying that you can't just talk to them live, but you have to email them, and then that takes forever. I remember seeing that one. And they want to change driver feature. When a driver had gone driving 50 million miles away from your destination and you're stuck waiting on them, yeah, that would be bad. Service issues, app not working. Can't move it to secondary storage. Now, I hate that because that helps a heck of a lot. Of course, at least this isn't a giant app, but that's the only way I'm able to keep using my phone at all is because I have a 64 gigabyte SD card, but only a 4 gigabyte onboard storage. Well, it still ends up filling it up after a while. And you have to, either don't add anything or delete the apps, some of the apps you have. And this one likes them better than Uber. And first time I looked on here, I thought they sounded better than Uber. But then the next time I saw all this other stuff. Network has serious log, causing you to miss rides. I guess they're talking about failed connections. For going through the drivers and drops in the app and freezes. Well, that could be their phone, honestly, or their network connection of their, where they're at. Won't accept their mobile number or Facebook profile. Well, I wouldn't use that Facebook profile if it was wanting me to. Most company on the planet. Used them for 2 years. Now, this is somebody that, if this is all true. And most people don't take the time to write reviews and make up lies. I've noticed that. If you see, like say, I do a lot of shopping on Amazon, and if you see a bunch of bad reviews, go ahead and buy it, and you'll find out they were telling the truth. I've done it once or twice, thinking, oh, well, but that's such a good price, Worst company. Oh, this is a driver. 2 years, then they let me go. Oh, no, this is not a driver. This is a rider. They steal money from driver and customer. Well, I think it's a customer, but they've talked to the drivers. Not sure. Okay, so again, mobile number won't work. And I thought, this is so much trouble, I'm not even going to try it. Okay, so again, I don't know why I went ahead and installed this. Sign in and it signs me out. The GPS is terrible. So even though they have GPS, he says it's terrible. So that, I'll stop there. Let's go back to my live dashboard before I close my web browser. I guess I'll go ahead and get into the app and see if it's possible to even set it up. At least, and I don't use the phone. I don't have a whole bunch of I have a few contacts in here for my Gmail, but I don't use my Gmail for my main stuff. So they wouldn't get them all, but they would get way more than I want them to. Okay, so I'm still alive and everything. But my gosh, I think even if I use this tomorrow, I may take it back off just because I can't stand what they do here. Okay. Let's go ahead and just look for it. I mean, you should be able to see it. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll use my finger to drag. No, it didn't show up. Let's see. Screen sharing, quick support. Oh, there it is right there. Can't install app. Oh, that's when I was trying to install them the last time, I guess. Oh, that must have been today when I tried to install Uber twice. Yeah, because those go away. Let's click on, I'll use my mouse. Click on Lyft. Okay. Now let's see what it gets into. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of junk that I won't want to show in the live stream, so I'll probably have to get off of the desktop in order to... Ready to earn. Open the driver app. Did I install the driver app by mistake? I may have. Because I was in a hurry there. Get riding within minutes. Okay, the other one, that was just a link to the driver app. Okay. So you can, if you're on your phone, you can use the little keyboard, and I bumped it into my mic stand, and it made a noise, so I was afraid it did something, but it didn't. Or log on with Facebook. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is changing my camera so you can look at my wonderful face, my confused face, while I do this. And the cool thing is I can type on the, normally, it's not letting me. Normally I can type with my keyboard. Let me just get out of the app. Let's try again. Let's make sure, I'm going to open up Chrome and make sure my keyboard's working. Sometimes I have to turn something on, sometimes things get turned off and won't work. I have to turn them on. Okay, I'll just go here to the home page of the, let's see. No, that's working. I just see what happens. I don't even ever do this. This is, okay, I guess that is, oh, I forgot. If you turn the phone sideways, which is what I usually like to do, like if you're using the web browser or something, then you see it sideways on here, and that's pretty cool. You can see more. Like if you're using the web browser, that's the way to do it. Turn your phone sideways. You can lay it down. So I'm going to get out of that. Now, let's go ahead and find it in on the phone here. This app may not allow me to type with the keyboard, but I guess I could do it on the phone. You didn't see any of that. Of course not. That's what I hate about switching off. Well, I'm not going to go back and redo all that again. I was just testing out the keyboard. Okay, so I clicked on the next. Let's see. I'm going to turn the phone back. Oh, it's showing. When you're on the regular screens, it goes up and down even when the phone's not up and down. Let me go back to the home screen and get started at the beginning there. Okay, now it's, Lyft is showing up right there. Okay. You never know where they're going to show up. And I usually don't remember to reorganize them. Okay, get started. And yeah, my keyboard won't work in this app. Oh, it was working. It was working on the phone, but not up in my screen. That's all it is. Okay. Good. So let me go back. I don't want to show my own personal numbers and stuff. So go back to my beautiful face. You may have to type it in the way they want you to, I guess. That's what it shows you, so I'll do it that way. I wonder if it does it for you. Most things do that for you. Yeah, it did. Okay. So now let's just see. Okay, writing in minutes. It says please enter a valid phone number, just like everybody kept saying. And it would be really hard for me to show you that, but it says it right there where it says send a text, blah, blah, blah. It's the number I entered is in red now, and it says please enter a valid phone number. So I'm going to get that one out. Now then. It's not sure. I guess my team viewer is just lagging behind. Okay. Now, looks like maybe that's going to work. We'll send you a text to verify your phone. Only problem is the one I just entered is a home phone number, and you ain't getting no text there. So I can't use it. I absolutely even can't do it. So let me try and see if I typed the number wrong or anything. Oops. Can't type tonight. Not being able to see what I'm typing makes it tough. Okay, there we go. Put the phone where I can see it. Maybe I did type it wrong. Now it's saying, so yeah, always check for your own errors. Now it's saying, we'll send you a text. Okay, so I'm going to click next. Starting to get allergy coughs now. No, it's when you click next is when you have the problem. So I probably would have had that problem with my home number too. Yeah, please enter a valid phone number. And there's no, I mean, if you've got to get a text in order to, and that's what people were saying in the reviews, can't get the text. Did never get the text, can't activate the app. So, I'm not actually disappointed because I seriously dislike these apps. Let's see. Okay, so I want to go. I'm going to take this one out. Back to my home. Oops, I accidentally hit YouTube. That's why I hate thumb dialing. Thumb phoning. What do you call that? Okay, when that comes up, there we go. This is a cool app, all in one toolbox. And they've got enough ads and stuff to aggravate you, but they don't. I can't remember exactly the permissions. I don't think they're. Well, I know they're not as bad as that, or I would have never installed it. But I mean, this is an app for cleaning your phone and doing all this stuff. It needs access to a lot of things, but I bet you anything it doesn't access your camera or any of that other junk. Okay, so what I want to do is use it to uninstall with. Remember how to get there. Okay. Yeah, App Manager, I believe. Yeah. And what's cool about this is it, see you have the APKs. It'll show you what APKs you have on your system. App to SD. You can move apps to SD. Let's see if it could be moved. Just since somebody said it couldn't be. Well, it doesn't even show up, so I guess not. it would normally it would show up and you'd be able to move it. This is the only app I can't move, and this came with the phone. It just won't work. APKs, I think I still probably have some on here. I'll keep them on my SD card in case I need to reinstall stuff, you know. I keep them backed up. But gonna have to get me a cough drop. I'm actually having drainage issues, really, but it's making me cough, and it does help a little bit. I actually took an allergy pill when I started, but I think it's starting. What it does is make you drain first and then dry you up. So, but it's been a while, so I don't know if that's what's causing it. It just happens to me especially when I talk. When I start talking, I'll start having trouble, and then the next thing you know, I can't even talk anymore. So, oh man, sorry. How long have I been talking? I have no clue without showing you what I was doing. Okay, here I am at the apps, and I was showing app 2SD. This is toolbox, all-in-one toolbox. Kingsoft Office came with the phone, and I can't move it. But see that Lyft doesn't even show up, so you can move it. Moved apps, you can see all the apps that I have already moved, and there's a whole bunch, quite a few anyway, not a whole bunch, but I don't know how many I have. 20 some odd probably. Not a jillion. Okay, APKs. There's the APKs that I was saying that I keep backed up, and you can delete those or install from them right here. I think that's kind of a new feature. I don't remember seeing the install part right there. But anyway, here's the apps that are. This is the uninstall menu where you could uninstall apps. There's also a place where you can uninstall system apps, but I tried to get rid of all the Google apps that I don't use, but some of them don't. A lot of them don't show up in there. But I did take out things I thought I could take out. And I'm using my thumb to page through there. I'm not seeing Lyft. Surely, oh, there it is. I'm going to say, surely you don't have to reboot in order to uninstall it. There it is. It ended up being 47 megabytes after a little bit more than double the 16 megabyte install file. So uninstall, and see this will clean the extra crap too. So that's why I use this instead of just uninstalling. And then uninstall. I'm actually really happy to uninstall that. Yes. Oh, residual files deleted successfully. And then it wants to, get you to try this, whatever that is. A lot of these apps you do have to be careful. You'll click on a install instead of getting out of there or whatever. But back to the beginning, to the home on the all-in-one. That's all-in-one toolbox. You can't read it all, but now you should be able to once it gets back to that screen comes back up. Come on, little team viewer. Of course, with the lag in the audio, I don't know. That's another problem there. It hasn't got back to the beginning yet. Sometimes I can hit the back button or something. Now it says I want you to download some app, or there's a little exit word at the bottom. It took me back. If you click back again, it just goes back to the home screen of the app. But if you click the home screen of the phone, then it'll. Oh, now see, it brought up what I wanted. I was trying to get to. Okay, that's that all-in-one toolbox. That's where Lyft ended up, but now it's back to the way it used to be. Okay, now here's where I wanted to go to the first screen of the home. It's got a little house there. I want to go to clean. This doesn't clean the RAM. It just cleans the drives, the flash drives, the onboard and your anything that might be in your cache files and stuff like that. See, I'm not doing APK files because I want to keep those in case I need them. But all that other stuff, go through there and make sure you're cleaning what you want to clean, you know. But, oops, what did I do? I didn't mean to touch anything, but I did. So I probably turned something off, but I don't see it. I guess it didn't. Oh, yeah, it did. No, it didn't. APK files is the only thing that's... So 327 megabytes I can get back. And that'll make sure it's clean good from that horrible app that I just installed. Now I'm curious as to... Actually, I guess there's no reason to be curious, though. Oh, and if you try to get out of there, it's not showing up to you, but it keeps saying, oh, I see. Where it says install, right below it, it says exit, but that's not showing up on my remote desktop. But the easiest way to just get on out of there is, because with your thumb it's hard to hit that. For me, oh, you saw it, I saw it for a second. So hit the home screen and then that'll get, and the app's still running in the background, but you know, it doesn't use a lot of memory. If you want to make those things go away, you can, but it's kind of a pain, so I usually just reboot whenever I get too many apps running. Can't install app. Now that's going to be Uber, I guess. Should have looked. I think it had a time on there. Free up space. That's all it says. And this shows apps you could take off. And I've already went through and done all that the other day. So it doesn't look like I can install either one of these apps. And I mean, I could go ahead and uninstall something else and try to install Uber. I bet you anything that now my phone itself is hanging up, just like they said. I guess because I talked bad about Lyft and I installed it. Oh, it's okay now. I hit the back button. It was just kind of hung right there. Can't install app. I was trying to see. Oh, yeah, it says 6:30 p.m. Doesn't have enough space. So I can't install Uber still. This thing here just gives you, it's bringing to the factory uninstall screen is what it's doing. Oh, you can't, oh, there we go. You can page through, but I've been in there enough times to know what's in there. Yeah, this is the factory uninstall screen, isn't it? Yeah, this is not all-in-one toolbox because it's all blue. This is green. So go back to the beginning. Now what I can do though is go over here and in the team viewer it has a pretty cool thing. It has remote control, which is where I'm at. Take a screenshot. Actually, I think it tells you, yeah, ask the person to take a screenshot. Well, isn't that a lot of help? Person with the phone. See, you could help someone on their phone remotely through the internet even, you know, with this, which is cool. Okay, so I already had reorganized it by size and got the big ones at the top. Photos is huge, but I use it all the time. Skype, I don't know. You can't do video calls with Skype on Android right now. I think it's still in beta right now. Can't do it on any of the new beta Skype apps for Linux or Android. But I still have the old app, but I can still do video calls on it. And I only have one person I ever do that with. But I wouldn't dare try to. If I want to type to them, then I'll just do it on my computer, not on the phone. But I kind of left it because I thought, well, what if I wanted to do that? Then the next one's Avast, and it goes on down through stuff that I really don't want to take off of here. I've already went through it, and the only other things that I might want to take off, like say maybe goggles, it's not all that great, but it's only 2 megabytes. Oh, no, 9.30 megabytes. I'm sorry, that's the version number. So when you get on down to the small apps, they don't really matter. That's how many apps I have on here besides what Google had on it, and that and the apps that came from the phone maker, you know. But I think it already had a gig's worth of stuff on it. It was only like a gig of free space when it was brand new, so you don't have much space to use. 4 gig total, 1 gig left when you get it, and but getting the putting an SD card in it, you know, an external, a removable SD card in it makes a huge difference because you can move most of the app over to it, but there's still things that I guess need to stay over on them internal flash memory to make it work when you do that move, you know. I can always put Skype back on there. No problem, really. I don't really use it. I actually thought, well, if I was somewhere, but there's nobody, the person I talk to is not family, so if I was somewhere and I needed to contact somebody, why didn't that work? I clicked on install. Go over here and make sure I still am on the desktop. Yep. Oh, it did work. Look at the phone. And it's asking me, do I want to uninstall? So yeah, there we go. Uninstall. It doesn't make any noise or anything, so I didn't realize. And that's the TeamViewer window. Well, you're not seeing it, but I am on the phone. But it says it's uninstalling it to you, but on the phone to me, it's just showing the TeamViewer window. So, yeah, I guess so. There we go. So it's uninstalling it. Let's see. I don't know how long that'll take. Okay, well, there's no message yet. All this, every time you sign into Google on anything, you get 100 messages saying, "Did you sign into Google?" Yeah, I did. On about 5 different devices. Not really 5. Computer and a phone. Well, since I had all 3 phones running, so that's 4 devices. See, close. The phone, the computer, 3 phones and a computer. When I'm doing videos, that's how many things I have that have a Google Gmail account in them, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that one more time. Open Google Play. You have to wait for the little sound. That's pretty cool that it started working good. It didn't used to work that good. It never understood me. Uber. I haven't used it much in a while for this kind of thing. I usually just use the cameras. Okay, there we are, back to Uber. Yep, and it's not the Drive. I want to make sure this time I don't try to install the Drive one. I thought I had on that other, but I hadn't. And that's the other apps. Okay, install. Now, if it doesn't have enough room this time, I won't go through all the stuff again. It's the same as it was a while ago. Okay, it's working. So that's what it was. It's big. I forgot what the download was, 50 or 60 something megabytes. So that was the problem. It says on the phone 15, 17, oh, it's downloading. 30. It's going to be 33.42 megabytes. It's 83% right now. And that's 100%. Oh, you can see it now. All right. We'll just go ahead and go through this and see. But I really don't think I would want to even leave this app on a phone that even though I don't even have phone service on it. I guess it's probably not going to work. I imagine it's going to do me the same way as the other one. It's not a mobile number, you know. My Google Voice number and my home number is all I got to use. Okay, there it is. So, but I want to get out of this app first. You could open it, but I don't want to do it from there because then that app will be sitting there wide open in the background. Got to keep on hitting those. I'm doing it with on the phone itself. Hit the back button, it still didn't get out of it, so then I hit the. Now I don't see it. Okay, well, let's just go to the. You know, it makes my hand hurt and get crampy to hold that phone up, and as light as it is. Okay, I'm going to lay it down. I'll go ahead and try to use my mouse because it's really hurting. I guess I don't use my phone much, do I? I really don't. They usually stay mounted on a tripod so I can use them for cameras. May not have gotten. You can drag that thing down with the mouse, but it can be tricky. I don't know if it's completely installed yet or not. Maybe it's going to be in alphabetical order. That's how I want everything organized, but it doesn't do it automatically. That right there's a great app, SSH Droid. You can set that up so that you can do a SSH connection and use a SFTP file transfer protocol to transfer files between your phone and your computer. So I can copy, unless I have a lot of really big ones. Sometimes it'll error out when I have like over 3 gig. Well, if I have like 3 or 4 that are 3 gig, and it'll take so long. Otherwise, it works great. If you've got like a total of 3 to 4, maybe 5 gig that you want to transfer, then you can make about 10 minutes or so. You can back up your phone onto your computer and then delete them right there from that app, all on your computer, instead of all that fiddling around with little buttons and things I can't see. I won't say you can't see because you might be able to see it. There's the Uber. Why does it have a backwards C on it? Is it backwards to you? It is to me. Alright. It's just sitting there on the phone like that too. I'll have to pick up the phone again to make sure what's going on is what I see on my screen, what we see on the video screen. I think while we're waiting on that, make sure my live is still good on my stream. Well, this phone has been doing good today. It's finally down to 75% on the battery. It was fully charged when I started fiddling around today. Live dashboard. It's just sitting there. I wonder if it doesn't want to run. Sometimes they do things like that. I may have to. No, it's fine. It's just taking a long time. Okay. Yeah, it's up. Okay, now am I live and everything? My stream's long enough again. A little over an hour. And it's still good. Okay. Go back to my... There you go. You can see. Okay, now we're in the enter a numbers section here. Came up with a little keyboard and everything. At least I did on the phone. Let me go back. I don't want to type those in on the live stream, so let's do it like that. There we go. Okay. And it didn't change at all anyway on this, what you're looking at. So, you're looking at me. Okay. Enter a 4-digit code sent to you. Oh, okay. I'm going to make my own PIN. Okay, now. Definitely don't want to start making the PIN, do we? Oh, it's wanting me to go. I wasn't paying attention. It's wanting me to enter the one that now it says I did it wrong. Yeah, I did do it wrong. I thought they wanted me to make one up. They're sending me one, of course. I knew that. Okay, so yeah, still just showing me. That's all I want to do right now. Okay, I have to get into my email app. I'm just going to do that on the computer. I'm going to keep that screen up on the phone. It hasn't came yet. Well, I hadn't checked its mail yet. There it is. Oh, it says new text message from so-and-so. I'm supposing that's them. Okay. Here we go. So I guess I'll just do it from the phone. You can't see what I'm doing anyway. Okay. Oh, now it wants my email address. Well, they already know it. Yeah, they already knew my email address. Oh, it didn't refresh right. Let's see if I can Try to copy and paste because the typing will be hard. Let's see. Try it. I can type on the even. Yeah. See if I can. Oh. No, it won't. Control V won't work. Can't copy and paste in that window. I think I'm getting it right. Yeah, I believe so. Okay. Okay, now I guess I better hit the buttons because they might be in different. Did something weird. I tried to hit the next button and it put letters in there. Okay, now I'm creating an account. Uh-oh. Okay. Getting our password. Oh, great. I'm writing with my pen and my pen's starting to not work. Well, okay. I had to write some things down. My coughing's not going away. What did I do? Oh, I actually hit the. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I got the password. Made me a password. Now they want your name and my phone field. I'm having to set it in I've set it on the keyboard wire so it'll set there and not slide. Maybe it won't slide. Okay. It's asking for your name, but when I clicked on that, it didn't work. Tried on the phone. Yeah, now we're going to agree to their terms of service, and there's no telling what they are. I forgot about having to put in a credit card and all that. Okay, I don't think it'll be showing my information anymore, so I'll go back and show it. Better leave my email up in case I need it. Okay. Yes, well, I'd like to see those first. Thank you. when you're on the regular web browser, you can see that kind of thing. I've never tried to do it on the phone, actually. There we go. Watch it jack up my settings. Getting back, how will I get back to that app? That might be hard. I'm not a phone aficionado. Things that are small like that, I'd really have trouble reading them. So, yeah, I can't read that on the phone. Well, I can read it there. Okay. First thing you want is you're responsible to pay any AAA filing administration arbitrator fees. AAA rules, however your claim or damages not exceed $75,000, Uber will pay all such fees. This is how I mean, you know, these things last forever, so at least that works. The search works. I hit what I normally hit on my normal keyboard to do a search in the web browser. Let's see. It's not, my deal's not payment method. Gotta have, I wish that would come up. You know what I might be able to do is, yeah, get that out of the copy. See if I can go to the real web browser and look at that. No, it didn't copy it between. Usually, I don't know if TeamViewer does that or not. I want to paste, I want to copy. Control C. I think you have to do it on the keyboard of the phone, and I don't really know how to do that. Saying paste. And see if you can get it to select it all. It's all that up there. Cut. I don't know what those other ones mean. The scissors is the only one I know what it means. Right clicking doesn't do anything. What's that? Oh, that just does something weird. Drag that all the way over, but I want to copy it. That's what I want. Okay. Clipboard. Guess I could try and email that to myself or something. Do me any good to bookmark it or anything. Share. Okay, share. Gmail. This is why I don't do stuff on the phone anymore, and I have to. I'll go ahead and, of course, now I'm trying to find my Gmail address. Here it is. It's not working though. There. Now, I think that'll send it. I always have the worst trouble sending stuff. I'm going to move that over to another workspace because the first workspace is where I like to have my email. See if it'll come in there. Getting to where I need a break. So, did it not go yet? Say get from Gmail. Maybe it just hasn't checked Gmail yet. Guess I could have done it in the web browser, but I don't like the web browser email app. It's not coming through. Well, sometimes it'll, take a while for some whatever reason. Doesn't want to come right on through. Make sure I'm still live. I may have to end up taking that break. Guess it wouldn't hurt to break this video up. That's what I'm going to do because I really can't even stand to wait any longer. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video and come back after my break. I have to leave it just like it is. Hopefully I don't lose my setup and have to start over. But close down the things I'm not using. All right, I'll be back after a break.